Dalmatians are instantly recognizable. Their white coats and striking black or liver spots make them unique. Known for their athleticism and endurance, they were originally bred as carriage dogs. This involved running alongside horse-drawn carriages. Today, Dalmatians are primarily cherished as family pets. They are loved for their loyalty, intelligence, and playful nature. Dalmatians thrive on human companionship and form strong bonds with their families. They are highly energetic dogs. Dalmatians require a good deal of exercise. Without it, they can become bored and destructive. Proper training and socialization are essential. This ensures that these spotted companions reach their full potential as loving and well-adjusted members of the family. Sadly, Dalmatians are prone to a serious health issue: deafness. This is a heartbreaking reality for many owners. Deafness can manifest in puppies. It can be present at birth or develop soon after. This condition impacts the dog's ability to navigate the world. It requires special care and understanding from their human companions. The statistics are concerning. Approximately 10 to 12% of Dalmatians are born deaf in one or both ears. This is significantly higher than the average rate of deafness in other dog breeds. The prevalence of deafness in Dalmatians is linked to their unique genetics. This connection has spurred research and ethical breeding practices. Congenital deafness refers to hearing loss present at birth. This condition can be quite challenging for both the affected animals and their owners. It's a condition that affects many dog breeds, including popular ones like Dalmatians, Australian Shepherds, and Bull Terriers. However, Dalmatians are particularly susceptible to this condition due to their genetic makeup. This type of deafness is often caused by abnormalities in the inner ear, which can disrupt the normal hearing process. The inner ear is responsible for converting sound waves into nerve impulses that the brain can understand, a process crucial for hearing. In Dalmatians, the lack of pigment cells known as melanocytes plays a crucial role in congenital deafness. These cells are essential for more than just skin pigmentation. These cells are not only responsible for pigmentation, but also for the development and function of the cochlea, a critical part of the inner ear. The cochlea is a spiral-shaped structure in the inner ear that is essential for hearing. It plays a vital role in translating sound vibrations into nerve signals. When melanocytes are absent or deficient, the delicate hair cells within the cochlea, which detect sound vibrations, can be damaged or fail to develop properly. This leads to hearing loss, making it difficult for the affected dogs to respond to auditory cues and sounds in their environment. The striking appearance of Dalmatians, with their white coats and dark spots, is a direct result of their genetic makeup. This unique look has made them one of the most recognizable and beloved dog breeds around the world. Unfortunately, the genes responsible for their distinctive coloration are also linked to their increased risk of deafness. This genetic link poses a significant challenge for breeders and owners alike. Dalmatians inherit 2 copies of each gene, one from each parent. This means that the combination of genes they receive can vary widely, affecting their appearance and health. The gene associated with their coat pattern has 2 versions, or alleles: a pigmented allele and an extreme white allele. These alleles determine the extent of pigmentation in their coats. Dogs with 2 copies of the pigmented allele have normal pigmentation and a lower risk of deafness. These dogs typically have fewer health issues related to their hearing. Dogs with 1 copy of the pigmented allele and 1 copy of the extreme white allele will still have pigmentation but have an increased risk of deafness. This mixed genetic makeup can lead to partial hearing loss or complete deafness in one or both ears. Dogs with 2 copies of the extreme white allele are at the highest risk of being born deaf. These puppies often require special care and attention to ensure they lead healthy lives. Understanding the genetic basis of deafness in Dalmatians is crucial for breeders working to reduce the incidence of this condition. By carefully selecting breeding pairs, breeders can help minimize the risk of deafness in future generations, ensuring healthier and happier Dalmatians. Section 5. Recognizing deafness in your Dalmatian. Recognizing deafness in your Dalmatian puppy is essential for providing appropriate care and training. While some signs may be apparent from a very young age, others might become more noticeable as the puppy grows. One of the most obvious signs is a lack of response to sounds. If your puppy doesn't startle or turn its head when you clap your hands or make other noises, especially when it's not distracted, it could be a sign of deafness. Deaf puppies may also be slower to learn their name and may not respond to your calls. They might sleep more soundly than hearing puppies and be difficult to wake up. Section 6. Veterinary diagnosis, the BAER Test. If you suspect your Dalmatian puppy might be deaf, it's crucial to seek veterinary attention for a definitive diagnosis. Your veterinarian can perform a painless and reliable test called the Brainstem Auditory Evoked Response, or BAER Test. This test measures the brain's response to sound stimuli. During the BAER test, electrodes are placed on the puppy's head to detect electrical activity in the brain. The puppy is then exposed to a series of clicks or tones through headphones. If the puppy can hear the sounds, the test will show a response in the auditory pathways of the brain. The BAER test is the most accurate way to diagnose deafness in puppies, and it's typically performed when they are around 6 weeks old. Section 7. Living with a deaf Dalmatian, training and communication. Living with a deaf Dalmatian can be an incredibly rewarding experience. These unique dogs have a lot of love to give and can form incredibly strong bonds with their owners. While they may not be able to hear your voice, they are just as intelligent, loving, and eager to please as their hearing counterparts. Their inability to hear does not diminish their capacity for affection or their desire to connect with you. The key to successfully living and communicating with a deaf dog lies in finding alternative ways to convey commands and build a strong bond. This often involves a combination of visual signals, touch, and even vibrations to get their attention. Hand signals are an effective way to communicate with a deaf Dalmatian. These visual cues can be easily understood by your dog and can be used to teach a variety of commands. Start by associating a specific hand signal with a verbal command, such as using a thumbs-up gesture for good and a pointed finger to the ground for down. Over time, your dog will learn to recognize these signals and respond accordingly. Consistency is key, so use the same hand signals every time and be patient as your dog learns. Repetition and routine will help reinforce the commands and make it easier for your dog to understand what is expected. Positive reinforcement such as treats and praise will encourage your deaf Dalmatian to learn and respond to your signals. Rewarding your dog for their efforts will make training a positive experience for both of you, strengthening your bond even further. Remember, patience and love are essential. With time, your deaf Dalmatian will not only learn to follow your commands, but will also thrive in a loving and understanding environment. Section 8. Ensuring safety and preventing accidents. Creating a safe environment for a deaf Dalmatian is paramount. Without the ability to hear auditory cues, they may be more vulnerable to certain hazards. Start by making your home and yard as secure as possible. This includes fixing any holes in fences, keeping potentially dangerous objects out of reach, and supervising your dog when outdoors. When walking your deaf Dalmatian, always keep it on a leash to prevent it from running off or into traffic. Consider using a harness instead of a collar for added safety and control. Section 9. Deafness and quality of life challenges and rewards. Deafness does not diminish a dog's capacity for a happy and fulfilling life. While there are undeniable challenges associated with caring for a deaf dog, the rewards of sharing your life with these special companions are immeasurable. Deaf Dalmatians can thrive in loving and supportive homes where their needs are met. They form strong bonds with their families, enjoy playtime, and find joy in everyday activities. By focusing on positive reinforcement training methods, providing a safe environment, and showering them with love and affection, you can help your deaf Dalmatian live a happy and enriching life. Section 10. Breeding for a hearing future. Research and ethical considerations. The prevalence of deafness in Dalmatians has prompted dedicated efforts to reduce the incidence of this condition through responsible breeding practices. Researchers continue to study the genetic factors involved in deafness. This knowledge is crucial for making informed breeding decisions. Ethical breeders prioritize the health and well-being of their dogs. They conduct thorough health screenings on potential breeding dogs, including BAER testing, to identify carriers of the deafness gene. By selectively breeding dogs with a lower risk of producing deaf offspring, breeders can gradually reduce the prevalence of deafness within the breed. Section 11. Celebrating deaf Dalmatians, embracing their unique spirit. Deaf Dalmatians are extraordinary dogs that enrich the lives of those fortunate enough to share their world. While their deafness may present unique challenges, it also reveals their incredible adaptability, intelligence, and unwavering spirit. They remind us that love and companionship transcend the limitations of hearing. By embracing their uniqueness, providing them with the care and understanding they deserve, and advocating for responsible breeding practices, we can ensure that future generations of Dalmatians can live their lives to the fullest, with or without the gift of sound.